Hi, good evening everyone. So welcome to this special guest session that we have scheduled. In this session, we have with us the students from IIM Calcutta PGDBA program, and they are going to guide you for the complete admission process for PGDBA course at IIM Calcutta. So whether you are targeting PGDBA course this year, that is in 2023, or you are CAT 2023 aspirants and you are targeting admission next year, this session is going to be equally helpful to all of you. So quickly show me a thumbs up guys if audio video everything is okay, so that we can get going. And yeah, please inform all your friends to join us, because this session is conducted live. And in case if you are watching this after we have gone offline, then you can definitely post your comments in the comment section, and you can let us know how did you find session. And if you have any queries, you can also post it in the comment section. The students from PGDBA course will be checking those comments. Right, so hi Divyansh, Rohan and Prakhar, thanks for joining us, and thanks for guiding the students in advance. Yes, so guys, why don't you quickly introduce yourself, starting with you, Divyansh?
Okay. Hello all, my name is Divyansh. I completed my engineering from College of Engineering Pune, COEP in 2019. Post that, I have worked as a quality assurance engineer at Amadeus Labs Bangalore, which is a travel technology company in which I was mainly involved with product testing. And my hobbies are coin collecting, cooking, and cycling. So thank you. It's a great opportunity for me to interact with you all.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Divyansh, if you can also mention in which year did you take your CAT exam, and what was your CAT score, what other calls did you have? So if you can just briefly mention that, and just try to be a
Yeah.
little loud, because there might the students are saying your audio voice is not audible.
Okay, so I took CAT multiple times. Last time I took was in 21. I had CAP calls and I had also given other exams like IFT and XAT. I had calls from IFT, had committed IFT Delhi as well, but I ultimately chose PGDBA.
Okay, right, fine. How about you, Prakhar? If you can quickly brief about your background.
Sure, sir. So, hello everyone, I'm Prakhar Agarwal. I have completed my graduation from IIT Dhanbad in 2019. Post that, I was working in ZS Associates for around 2.5 years as Decision Analytics Associate Consultant. And I gave CAT in 2022 and PGDBA, CAT in 2021, PGDBA in 22. So, in CAT, I got 98.5 percentile and I got SPJIMR converted, but along with that, I got PGDBA converted, so I'm here.
Yeah, so yeah, Rohan, why don't you introduce yourself, and then I have one question which I'm sure many students would have. Right.
Yeah, so hello everyone. My name is Rohan Kumar Jaiswal. I have completed my BTech in engineering from IIT Shivpur in 2021, and post that I've been working at Ernst and Young as a tech consulting in SAP Labs, and then after that I decided to join PGDBA this
Okay.
year.
So, guys, all of you have appeared for CAT during your time, right? So, I mean, when did you decide that you want to try for PGDBA? Was it after the CAT result, and then you felt that you are not getting IIM ABC, and you decided, okay, let's try for PGDBA, or it was well in advance that you had thought of? Can just quickly mention, be honest, because there are many students who have scored 98, 99 percentile and they do not have Blackie. So even they might be in similar situation. So you can actually help them in true sense.
Yeah, I can go first. So I think my point of view was like I was always interested in analytics, and I was also working in the analytics field. So I always wanted to be slightly towards the tech side. So I gave CAT because CAT also offers roles like PGPBA by IIM Bangalore. So there are good courses that were of my interest from CAT side also. But since for anything related to business analytics, this PGDBA is the best course.
So
That's why
Prakhar,
finally.
when did you actually start focused preparation for this PGDBA entrance exam? Because this entrance exam, as I have seen, it's slightly different from a regular CAT paper, right? So when did you actually start preparing for that? Was it somewhere in the month of November, December previous year, or after CAT result, that is somewhere in the month of Feb, March, you started your preparation? And how much time did you prepare for? You can just mention this.
Yeah, so a lot of like 50% of the part of PGDB is actually has an intersection with CAT because VARC and AILR have the same syllabus. The difference comes in the quant section. So the preparation for quant specifically for me started, yeah, I can say after January because I did prepare for JE and I knew that I won't take that much time. So a focused preparation for of 1 or 1.5 months on quant side was enough, I think, for me.
Right. So if someone has prepared well for CAT, say they have scored 96, 97 percentile, and if they feel that they are decent with maths, particularly because they have some higher mathematics portion, right? And we'll discuss about that later on, that what are the exact topics they need to be prepared with. But then a student can prepare in say 1 month, right? We can safely assume that way a person can cope up in 1 month.
Yes, the additional part definitely.
Correct. What's your opinion about that, Divyansh? And then Rohan, you can also share your experience about that.
Well, I also had a similar experience wherein I started preparation, the focus preparation after January. So, like as Prakash said, like most of the part was covered in CAD. The
Correct.
main focus that I for well, like focus area for me was the 11 12 maths, which I believe like I hadn't touched them for a minute for a long time. So that was in my main focus area. And I think 2 months of preparation is sufficient for PGDBA to get a good score and get an interview call.
Okay, so see, students are asking this question. Aditya is asking, so what is the level of VRC? What kind of DILR question comes? What topics from quant do we need to prepare for? So, guys, let me tell you, we'll discuss everything. Okay, this is just a kind of bird's eye view that we are trying to take about their journey. Right, Rohan, how about you? When did you actually start your focus preparation?
Yeah, so like at the end of my fourth year, like before our placement, so I thought of giving CAT, and I got a very like good percentile. Like I got around 99.2 point something, but actually my VRC cutoff didn't got clear, so I didn't get call from major ABC. But then after that, I like having a good percentile. I thought of giving a next try next year. But then also after like completing my engineering, I start a little bit focusing on understanding what is this AI and ML. So I got a little bit interested in it. But then after that, I realized like where I am lacking in this CAT. So basically in VRC, like that sectional time limit was kind of constraining me in getting good marks. So then I got to know about PGDBA, where we don't have much sectional time, and I thought like this would be a very good exam and like suiting to my profile. So then I started preparing for PGDBA and cleared it in the upcoming year.
Right. Okay. So before we go ahead with the exact paper pattern and what topics to prepare for and how it is similar or different from CAT exam, this PGDB entrance test, let's quickly understand the important dates for 2023 admission process of PGDBA program. Right. So Prakhar, if you can just quickly brief about the important dates, that would be helpful to the students.
Sure. So the form is online. The registration form, it will be closing tomorrow. So everyone interested, please fill the form. The exam is on 26th of this month. So this will be followed by interview calls that you will be getting somewhere around 10th or 12th April. So these days are all tentative. After getting the interview calls, the interviews are tentatively scheduled on 6th or 7th May. The results of which will be declared by somewhere near mid of June, and the classes are expected to start by mid of July.
Oh, so it will start from July, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to mention this to all the viewers that I'll soon update the application link in the description of this video as well as in the first message. So right after this session, I'll update the link so you can directly check that link. Okay, or you can Google it and you can do it that way. Right. And yes, so many students feel that for PGDBA course, I mean particularly for business analytics course, you need some kind of software background because you learn certain languages, you use certain programming languages during business analytics. So is that the case, or what is the criteria to pursue PGDBA course? If you can, Divyansh, if you can quickly brief that.
Yes, I think there's no such criteria system. You need a software or tech background. The basic eligibility
Divyansh, can you be a
criteria
little loud? Your voice is not
Sure.
audible. Even I am
Sure.
not able to hear it. So how will others hear?
There is no specific criteria as such that you should have a software or a tech background, but the basic eligibility criteria is that you should have a 4 years degree like BTech, or if you don't have, then you should have a 3+2. That is, if you have BSc plus MSc, that is the basic eligibility criteria. And it's not like you should have some prior experience in analytics or tech to get into PGDBA. But this, if you fulfill this criteria, then you are a good fit for PGDBA program.
So there is a criteria for your graduation that it should be either a
Yes.
4-year course or it should be 3 plus 2 years course. That means
Exactly.
graduation plus masters, right? That's
Yes.
the criteria.
Yes.
But as
That's
such,
the
you
only
don't
criteria.
require software knowledge. You can cope up with that even
Yes.
during your program. Is that?
Yes,
Correct.
correct. And even in the program, we have many people who are from non-tech background, non-engineers. So yeah, it's a good program, and all the things when we like join the course, all the aspects of analytics and other business, they are taught from very basics. So
Right.
not worry if you are from non-tech background, but it will be a good experience for you guys.
Okay, thanks. Rohan, if you can just quickly tell about the complete admission process. Of course, Prakhar has mentioned the important dates, but if you can just get into a little more detail that, whether they have WAT, GD, PI or only PI after the exam, and then in PI, what kind of questions are being asked. So if you can just mention those things, that would be helpful to the learners, Prakhar, Rohan.
Yeah, sure. So basically, the admission process goes with 3 steps. First, we have the application step, which is going on. Then next, we have a computer-based written exam where we have it's a 3-hour exam where we have 50 MCQs, 25 from quants, 15 from BRC, and 10 from DLR mix. Then after when if you clear the cutoff for the written exam, you get interview calls. And then
Okay.
interview calls, so getting deep dive into the interview as you asked. So in interview, you'll be given a fixed slot with a time, and in the panel we'll have 3 professors, basically in 3 panels, one representing from each college. So one from ISI Kolkata, another one from IIT Kharagpur, and the last panel is from IIM Calcutta. So basically, I can even structure now. So basically, in interview, you can expect like 3 broad versions. You can expect questions from. So first is like it's on a personal basis. We all start with tell me about yourself, and then we can expect questions from your work ex, and then what is your profile based on that. So it's kind of more on like your personal profile. Then next, which is like the X factor for in this PGDB interview, that you can expect questions from maths, which is from linear algebra, basic probability, PNC, and the level of difficulty of these questions depends on your background. So if you're non-engineer, you should not be like afraid. You'll have a basic questions in it. And then last part is the HR questions, is like why PGDBA, and they like specifically ask like what are basic current affairs and something about your home state, so from where you belong. And then after a few days we get results. So if you clear this, so like in the final step we have a composite score. In this composite score, it includes marks of a written exam plus the your interview. Class 12 marks is also given weightage, and as well as work ex. So if you clear your composite score is above the cutoff marks, then you like finally you can allot a seat in a PGDBA program.
Yeah, so can you also tell us, or maybe Prakhar or someone else can answer, but is there any sectional cutoff criteria, or it's just the complete test score that what they consider?
Like there is no sectional cutoff as in CAT. Here we have a total overall cutoff, and general accepted like if you score above 100 out of 150. So like it's like a good point. Like you can expect yeah, call for the interviews.
Right, so something above 100 out of 150 is what you should try to score.
Yeah, like it's considered as a safe point.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Prakhar, can you just brief the complete entrance exam pattern? I mean, he has mentioned number of question, but even the marking scheme, and then detail, for each subject, what kind of questions are being asked, how is it similar to CAT or different from CAT? If you can just take us through that, Prakhar.
Yeah, sure. So it's a 3-hour examination and has 50 questions in total. Of these, there are 25 questions from Quant, 15 from BARC, and 10 from DILR. The 25 questions that are from BARC and DILR, the syllabus is exactly same as that for CAT. So no additional preparation is required. If someone is prepared well enough for CAT, they are good to go for PGDB as well. For the remaining 25 questions, which are from the Quant side, the additional syllabus is the 11th and 12th maths, and that too majorly from the calculus, trigonometry, and matrix determinant side of it. So if people prepare the 11th and 12th mathematics really well, by really well I mean somewhere near 12th boards to JEE mains level, in something in between that, so they'll be good to go for PGDBA.
Right, and the marking scheme is +3 -1, is it?
Yes, it's plus 3 minus 1, so it's 150 marks question paper in total.
Correct. Okay. And in VRC also, if you can just tell us how many passages are being asked. You mentioned that there are how many 15 questions, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
out of this 15 questions, how many RCs would be there and what other areas come? So is it like just para-jumble, paragraph summary, something like that?
Yes, so I think apart from the RCs, I think there were two RCs of 5 questions each, and along with that, I think the questions were from parajumbles, and I think
Odd
it's
one
similar
out
to
of
CAT. I
paragraph
don't
summary,
remember
something similar
exactly. I
to
don't remember
CAT.
the exact. It was similar to CAT.
Right. And in DILR also we find similar type of sets, logic based DI or quantitative reasoning or typical graphs and charts, or they focus a little do they focus a little more on calculation based DI or logical DI? Can you just mention that?
No, I don't think so that the calculation is focused more on. So I would say that it's more on the logical side of it. So within DI and LR also, you'll get 5 questions from DI and 5 from LR. So
Acha.
I don't find there to be any significant difference from CAT. So it's
Okay.
just like CAT.
Right, right. Okay. And yeah, Rohan, if you can just tell about the interview process. So during interview, what do they focus a little more on? I mean, you have briefly mentioned what kind of question they ask, but if a candidate is appearing for the interview, then what things should he keep in mind? I mean, do they focus a little more on your career objective or your past academics and domain knowledge, or what is that? If you can just help us once
Uh,
again.
so like I would like to answer with my like interview experience. So basically, this is like a very subjective kind of thing. So my interview experience is like, as my mentor said, like you should guide your interview in the way in which you're confident with. So like depending on your profile and in whatever thing you want to talk on, you can start with that and tell me about yourself. And then and if you have like substantial work in that, then the interview would continue in that, and like they would slightly ask like whatever you have done, what's the analytical side of it, like have you used any data along with it. So like all, and you'll definitely expect some questions on probability and linear algebra because that forms the basics of our course. So like that would be my suggestion.
Okay, Prakhar, if you can just tell us about your learnings from this course. I mean, in terms of the practical learning. I mean, I'm not talking about the subjects or the tools that you learn, but what is the practical outcome? What do you learn out of the business analytics program? If you can, because though you are in first year, but I'm sure you must have understood that what will be the outcome with some practical example. Okay, so if you can just help our viewers to understand in layman's language.
Yeah, sure. So, what I think is that business analytics is a combination of technical knowledge as well as understanding business context. So, say business analytics or data scientists, so their role cannot be totally technical. So, that is where you have to interact with the team, you have to get the decisions approved by the management side. So, you need to have some business knowledge. So, that is where the role of understanding business comes in. So this is a program that trains you in all these directions. So it's not just we learn technical tools and coding and AIML, but it's also about how to apply them. So if I be a little bit more specific, so we don't just have subjects like what is regression or what is time series, but we also study about like how to apply them in operations, so supply chain or say marketing and all. So the technical knowledge along with how it's applied in the domain. So that's what this program gives us, and lets us understand that what we are learning, how it's applied.
Right. And Prakhar, if you can just take us through the internship opportunities that you usually get and the placement package figures, if you can just briefly share based on 2022, right? So that would
Uh,
be helpful to the learners.
Yes, so for the 2022 batch, the average package that was offered was 29 lakh CTC, and
It
the
was
median was
29 lakhs, right?
yes 29 lakhs per annum the CTC, and the median was around 28 lakhs.
Okay.
And the roles offered were mainly like data scientist, consulting, and analyst roles by major recruiters.
Right. And what kind of internship opportunities do you get? Because I think you get multiple internship opportunities because it's an amalgamation of three programs, right?
Correct,
In a way.
correct. So the internship opportunities are also quite similar. Like nearly 70 to 75% of the batch gets a PPO. So yeah, the roles are similar for internships as well.
Oh, is it? 75% gets PPO. Guys, by the way, PPO
Yes,
stands
roughly.
for pre-placement offer. So wherever at the end of first year you do your internship, and during the internship itself they give you an offer for the final job. Okay, so that's called PPO, right? That's amazing. Okay, and what is the
Yes.
average stipend that students get during internship?
Not very aware, but roughly in the range of 1.5 lakh. That's what I know.
Okay, 1.5 lakh per
Average stipend
month.
per month. Yeah.
Per month,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
1.3 to
also
1.5.
correct. That's also pretty decent. Okay, so guys, any other tips that you would like to share? Acha, one more thing. What are the sources that students can use to prepare for this? Because last year when I had interaction with you, your seniors, they had created a pool of questions for students to practice. So have you created something like that this year also?
Yeah, so we have PGDBA.ml website, which is a student-driven website. So like
Okay,
each
so
year,
pgdba.ml. Okay,
yes,
I'll update this link in the description, guys, as well as in the first message. So please check that. And over there, what all have you provided?
so like every year it gets updated where the students like post their written exam experiences, like how to prepare for the written exam, and then after that they also share their interview experiences, like what sort of questions have been asked to them. So this is like regularly updated and it's student driven. So the same has been done this year as well.
Okay, fine. Right. Now, let me take up the question from
Uh,
students. There are students.
Just to add one point, sir, just to clarify one thing. So I think this might be a little bit confusing that the internships offered in PGDBA are not same as CAT because they are offered at the end of our course, not at the end of first year. So we
Acha.
get our internships, yeah. So we get our internships after our third semester. So the whole fourth semester of 6 months is dedicated for internships.
Okay, and that's the
Yeah,
reason the PPO percentage is very high.
yeah, because students enter the internships fully trained.
Okay, and this year, are the interviews going to be offline or online?
So this year, depending on, I mean, I think it's going to be offline only. Please correct me if I'm wrong on this.
Okay.
Basically, we don't have like exact information whether
So
it will
they
be
haven't
online or
disclosed as of now whether it's going to be online or offline. But for your batch, it must have been online, right? Last year?
yeah. For us, it was online.
Okay, fine. And yeah, there is one more question. It is coming from Deepu Singh. I'm in last semester of masters. Am I eligible for this exam? So I think he should be, right? Someone who is in the final semester of his masters, he is eligible, right?
Yes. Yes, he's eligible.
Okay. So yes, Deepu Singh, you are eligible. Okay. Right. Where can we get the link for application for PGDBA? So I'll update that link in the description right after the video. So please check it after 30 minutes. The link for the application to PGDBA course as well as the material or the preparation sources that they mention, pgdba.ml. I'll also update that link over there. Right, so that's it. I mean, if you have any other queries, students, you can post it in the comment section and we'll address that later on. But once again, Divyansh, Prakhar and Rohan, thanks for sparing time and thanks for guiding students for the PGDBA course because it's one of the most sought after course. And even if students have missed that train in the CAT exam, they can definitely try for this course and get into IIM Calcutta. So yeah, many students would be looking forward to that. Just one last thing, what are the number of seats and are there any probability of increasing it this year?
Yeah, so the number of seats are 62. Till now, we don't have any notice as such that the number of seats are being increased.
So there are
They are
62
supposed to be
seats.
62. Yeah.
And the reservation, do we have reservation applicable over there or there is no reservation as such?
It's same as all other examinations wherein seats are reserved for OBC, SC,
Okay.
STs, and PWS.
Right. Fine. So thanks once again team joining for this session and guiding students for the admission process. Looking forward to have more such interaction later on once the interview dates are out. Maybe we can schedule another session to guide them specifically for the interviews. Once again, thank you. And thanks everyone for joining us live over here.
Sure.
In case if you're watching it offline, then do let us know in the comment section how did you find this video. And yes, if you are targeting at 2023 or 2024, you can explore the Unacademy Plus or Iconic courses. Do check the link in the description and don't forget to apply my code SHAH10. Keep learning with us and stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you.